I'm Megan, and 5 days after my wedding, my husband tried to hit me. He never got the chance to finish that swing. People always expect me to say I screamed or froze. I didn't. I caught his fist in the air and put him on the kitchen floor so hard he cracked a rib on the counter. Let me back up and tell you how we got there. My dad, Frank, was a police officer for 20 years. When I was a kid, while other girls learned piano, I learned how to break a wrist grip, how to fall without getting hurt, how to turn my whole body into my own defense if I ever needed to. He always said the same thing. I hope you never use this. But you will know how. I married Colin 4 months ago. Charming, funny, the kind of guy who remembers your coffee order after one date. My dad shook his hand at dinner and later whispered to me, "Watch how he acts when someone tells him no." I laughed it off. I was 30, tired of boring relationships, and Colin planned everything 3 weeks ahead and texted good morning every single day. The wedding was small, 60 people, and Colin cried during his vows. Everyone said we were the perfect couple. 5 days later, everything changed. We'd gotten around $4,000 in wedding cash, plus a gift card from my aunt. I kept it in a drawer until we opened a joint account, because we promised each other in counseling that big money decisions would always be a two-person choice. That morning, I went to grab the gift card to order a mixer. It was gone, so it was over $1,000 in cash. Did you take this? I asked Colin. He didn't even look up from his cereal. Used it for the truck payment. I'll put it back. You spent our wedding money without asking me? It's been 5 days. Don't make this a thing, he snapped. I almost dropped it. I really almost did. But something in me pushed back instead. You don't get to decide alone and then tell me not to react. He crossed the kitchen fast and swung at my face. I didn't think. My body just moved the way my dad trained it. I grabbed his wrist, turned, and he went down hard, his ribs slamming the cabinet edge. He made a sound I'd never heard a grown man make. I called 911 with shaking hands, not from fear, but because my whole body was still on high alert. At urgent care, Colin told the doctor he fell. Then when the bruises didn't match his story, he changed it completely. He told them I attacked him out of nowhere. 2 days later, I found out he'd filed a restraining order against me. Sitting outside the courthouse, I kept thinking he swung first, and I'm the one who has to prove it. Then Riley happened. Riley lived in the apartment below ours. We barely knew each other, but her kitchen window faced ours, and she'd heard the entire fight, including Colin's exact words, "Don't make this a thing." Words she recognized. She'd heard him say the same thing to another woman weeks before our wedding, during an argument in the courtyard. That's when everything unraveled. Colin told me his last relationship ended 2 years before we met. Turned out it overlapped with ours by 6 weeks. And that woman had filed a police report against him 8 months earlier, for shoving her during a fight about money he took without asking. None of this came from me digging around. It came out because the court cross-checked his name once his restraining order request got flagged for inconsistencies. At the hearing, my lawyer laid it all out. His own admission to police that he swung first, Riley's statement, the earlier police report. The judge threw out his restraining order request. Then she asked if I wanted to file my own. I said yes without hesitating. I filed for divorce 13 days after the wedding. My mom cried on the phone. My dad just drove 4 hours, sat at my kitchen table and said quietly, "I taught you that stuff so you'd never need it." "Not so you would." "I know, Dad," I said. "I'm okay." Colin got a plea deal, anger management classes, a fine, no jail time. It frustrated me at first, until my lawyer reminded me the real win was the paper trail. Proof in case he ever tried this again with someone else. The divorce finalized 6 months later. I bought myself that KitchenAid mixer, full price, no sale. Just something in my kitchen that was completely mine. Riley and I are close friends now. When I thanked her, she just shrugged. I've been the girl nobody believed before. Wasn't letting it happen again. I think about my dad's training every day now, not with fear but with gratitude. He didn't raise me to expect danger from strangers. He raised me to survive it, even if it walked through my own front door wearing a wedding ring. I'm not bitter about marriage. I'm just careful now. And the man I'm with today has never once made me feel like that caution was an insult. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment sharing what you would have done in this situation. Your support helps us bring you more emotional stories like this.